Hello, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. Uh, we're going to have a conversation that's going to be not so good about TikTok. There are a lot of things that are potentially changing. So, we're going to try to get into that all in just a minute. We're just going to go live here. Oh, there we go. So we're now live on TikTok as well. We're joined over on YouTube. And we're going to be talking about what potentially is next for this channel and the things that we do. And the quickest answer is always we don't know. There's a lot in flux right now. And it's hard to answer questions because there are things we don't even know yet. Like as of next week, we could be losing TikTok in America, let's not forget. And that has so little to do with us at this point. Really has nothing to do with us, to be honest. So that's the American government and TikTok. Then we're dealing with this new censorship that's very harsh. So yeah, I don't know. I can honestly say I really don't know what's next for us on this channel necessarily. The good news is that, of course, we have a huge library, which we're very pleased with, and we're going to continue to grow that library. Whether or not we do it on TikTok is really the big thing right now. We have really done a great job, and I'm very proud of the things that we have done. And I'm super proud of everyone who has helped us along this journey. It just feels different right now. And the last time I felt different like this, it was when we saw Facebook begin to change. I have no idea why it's doing this, but whatever. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something as well while we're talking. Okay, I'm guessing that fixed it. So I honestly foresee the immediate future looking a little bit like we haven't been advertising as many events going on here because we're honestly not sure if at any moment we're just going to be taken down. Are we going to have what we're doing suddenly shut down by TikTok? So I don't really know right now. I feel like I got bit by a fire ant. Sorry. So, would you guys follow us over onto the Tube of You? Is that something you guys would join us on? Because in 2 weeks' time, that might be where we're at indefinitely. And oh, there we go. I think that should have fixed it. All right, good. Whether or not I will actually get. So I've been working on my my website to sell the comic books that we have. By the way, just a quick shout out. You can get the free BDSM survey over there. Your new comics, regular, big old dot, and then like a computer, the com. So, and yeah, don't really have the clearest of ideas of what could be next for this channel, considering today we had a video taken down. Weren't given a real reason. We're given a very generic, this broke community rules, and we're told nothing more about it. And when we fought the appeal, they just denied it and didn't say anything. And it was just the same thing. You did something against the community. So what does that mean exactly? I have no idea. But I know it's not just me. Some people supportively have told me that they've had their entire accounts taken down in very weird ways. And I'm very kind of scared about that. And I keep getting, like right now, they're giving me ideas on what I should create as opposed to me being an individual. It's like they want to build bots on here. Just make these things, make these things. Maybe if TikTok allowed us to actually, I don't know, be individuals, be unique like it used to be on this site, things would be better. I truly don't know. I am hopeful. That's all I can say is I am hopeful. Just give me 1 second to answer someone. Even getting to the point about being nervous what we're allowed to say on these videos, because there's so much censorship right now. And censorship is never, in my opinion, the greatest thing in the world, because it does not allow things to be said. That doesn't mean I completely agree and no consequences in what you say. There's a difference, and that needs to be taught more. You have the right to say anything, but people have the right to hold you accountable for what you say. That's really how freedom of speech should work. Like, no one will arrest you for what you said, but I'll be damned if I'm going to hang out with you anymore. All right. So right now, I'm really not sure where we're at. So funny. We have a brand new site, and of course, already people are putting in felonious stuff because it's definitely a scam, but we can't get that right. Hey, Cassandra Jean. But we can have the problem of all of, I don't know, not feeling high on humans today. Let's just put it that way. So we're going to be here until they kick us off, I suppose. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope TikTok doesn't come to an end, but I'm left concerned with the actions of TikTok as of late. So, let's see. Mr. Me said, Donnie D was removed from the creator program for community guidelines. Donnie D? I don't know if I know Donnie D, but that doesn't sound good. Who's Donnie D? Do I know them? Let's go over to TikTok. Ow, it really hurts on my hand. And there's nothing there, but I must have gotten bit by a fucking spider or bit by a fire ant. I was out in the yard. And they keep talking about how they're updating the guidelines of the community. The guidelines of the community. Run. The guidelines of the community are changing. The guidelines of the community are changing. Run. And I see it. I see other people posting. I see posting really bad content. Today was extreme kink. What's an extreme kink? Some days I lose hope in humanity a lot, and today is one of those days where I'm struggling to have hope for humanity. For a neurodivergent being this out in front of people, like someone said, "Oh, the science of BDSM." I don't think they're a bad human being, but then they go into explaining that they took everything they learned and just got the names right of the chemicals they thought. And I was really hopeful that it was real science, and because there is real science, and every so often we miss it. Like I haven't actually looked about BDSM in the news in 2 weeks. So what I'll do is I'll come over here, BDSM. I'll just make sure to clear out because sometimes other things come up, and it did. Apparently something's going on with DNA today. Let's see. Yep, DNA. It must have been like an anniversary of DNA today because Google had it celebrating it. All right, BDSM. Let's check the news, see if anything else came up. I'm telling you, it's like right here and it's bugging the hell out of me. So ooh, I think I just got whatever was bothering me out of it. So we have Ken Kink lead to a. If I just sent you an invite, I apologize about that. I was just scrolling the screen. Ken Kink lead to a happier life? Researchers in studying the social emotional impact of discipline by sadomasochism. But this is from the greater good. I don't know if we can trust that. Cheating husband used BDSM site to recruit unwilling accomplice. And ooh, that's not a good one. The kind of pain she wanted. Hillsborough location is getting a BDSM brewery. What could go wrong with alcohol and BDSM? This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, not a lot in the news as of late. So there's not a lot of research. Let's do research. There are some things, but like from what I've heard, none of these are actually like too much of a reputable college and nothing new, which is always bad. But with all research getting put down, it's not. Was busy printing a dang book. Sorry if I'm giving you trouble. Yeah, we're not getting. I mean, for a minute there, we had some good sites kind of going over our stuff, but I don't see it as much right now. But a lot of real like scientific stuff has actually been defunded, so I'm not terribly surprised. All right. So, oh, I was going to look up something. Someone had said something. I'm sorry. I got so Donnie D. So who's Donnie D? Let's look up Donnie D. Donnie Darko? Donnie D. Let's see. So who is Donnie D? Do I know Donnie D? Let's see. I can't even find a Donnie D, believe it or not, unless we're talking about a Native American. There was someone named Donnie D, but they're gone now. Yeah, I don't know who Donnie D is. Sorry to say. Sorry, I did look. So, anyway, does anyone have any questions, concerns, comments? Tonight, the topic is what do we do next? We're having more. It's funny. I've been through this before with Facebook. We used to, believe it or not, have a good Facebook community before the big 2020 incident, and even through 2020, Facebook Live wasn't too bad. TikTok was definitely taking off, and YouTube was a good place to be as well. And I probably should have kept up with YouTube, but I decided to put a lot of energy into TikTok in 2023. 2022, I was dipping my toes into it. So here we are, 2025, and we really did some great stuff, and I'm not saying I'm the best creator ever, but we earned our 10,000 under fire and we continue to earn it. We don't use cheap tricks and all that. And Lord knows if I knew the cheap tricks to use, I would use them for the other channel, the Comic Con channel. But I really feel like we earned a lot. And we do what we can. Hold on, it's a little hot in here. There we go. So, my damn arm. I'm telling you, something must have bit me. Probably a fire ant. He does political posts. Let me see. Maybe I can look him up a different way. Let's see. Let's do political. We're using the Google. I'm not finding it, but I'm always sorry to hear that. Censorship is never a great thing, nor the typos. Mandatory OT is trying to kill me. I've been there. But I loved overtime. I was an overtime whore. Like, man, all I wanted to do was get overtime. Hated becoming a manager. Overtime stopped. Every time I was that, I set records working. But anyone being demonetized is not good creatively for any of us. So do you guys want to talk about another topic? Because all I got is like not knowing what's next. So we haven't done a weekly episode yet because I am concerned the 13th is the new community standard. So we kind of step back and want to see what TikTok's doing with everything. Because it seems, I don't know, like we're being called out for our content. Because do link me. I feel very called out for the content we're putting out, and I see dangerous people continue to post. So I got a notification about that too. The community guidelines change, and they're. I don't like ambiguous posts, and that's what it feels like to me. It does not feel like it's a good thing for any of us, honestly. We'll have to wait and see. I'm waiting for a link here. So, what do you guys got? Ask away. We are on YouTube. We will be coming to you on Wednesdays. Let's go. Let's have a conversation about kink and see if we get kicked off. It's the only thing we can't retreat and act like we didn't do this for the last 2 years. I'm not going to start just doing dancing videos. That's not my style. We get kicked off. We'll download the library, slowly upload it to the YouTube. I'm sure YouTube would be happy to have it. I got totally lost. There's bad news in the world today, so I apologize. I'm a little off kilter. I'm always concerned. You're all awesome, though. Let's talk about it. I'm just waiting for the link. You guys want to send me something? I'm so curious about this. Okay, wonderful people. She asked, okay, we got a couple things here. Let's go. 72 hours in your typical aftercare period. What about the ND people? Not neurodivergent, would you extend? I personally don't think that it should be 72 hours. I think aftercare should be at least 5 days. So it's actually probably a good one. Let's record this one for prosperity, shall we? Well, we're still out on TikTok. Let's TikTok. Okay. I think I'm on the right one. And I'll look at you guys and I'll put the camera right next to it. So it'll look like I'm looking at it all again. Okay, so there you go. Got a good question on the live. 72 hours is your typical aftercare period. What about neurodivergent people? Would you extend? First off, I don't believe it should be 72 hours. So let me go over the whole thing and it lasts a week. Of course, you play and you do aftercare immediately after playing. And this is the part one of aftercare. You hang out with the person, you bring them back down, you get them back into the real world. And then it really depends. Are you spending the night with your partner or not? Because that'll determine the next day. So the next day you want to check in. Now, if they slept over or you normally check in with the person, you're going to just do it during the normal times, check them out. Even the next night, you might want to clear your calendar to go out for coffee or ice cream or like a drink, depending on what you want to do, and just reconnect with your partner if they're your partner. And if they're just someone you played with, still checking in that night. So 2 check-ins the very next day, morning and night. So then I would give it, depending on your dynamic and your relationship with the person, to the 72-hour mark and check on them again. Now, if they're saying they're doing great, you can then just move on to checking in on them at the end of the week, 5 days in. Now, if you see they're struggling, ask if they want to hang out, talk to them about things, and check in the next day and then the following day. So you really are checking on this person, especially if they're struggling every day. If they suddenly start struggling for 2 days after that and asking them what they would like, hey, no problem. Do you want me to call you tomorrow and just check in with you? And even if you get to the end of the 5 days and you've gone through a little bit of a struggle period and they say they're fine now, check in 2 days later. Does neurodivergent mean that you need more check-in? Everyone's a different human being. Just go by what they say. And just because one person didn't need a check-in after 72 hours and even after the 5-day thing doesn't mean that same person the next time you play won't need more support. And sometimes it's not even the energy of the play or the pain level or the intensity of the play. Sometimes it's just about the emotions of a human being. And for some reason, the sub drop is severe. So always check in as often as you have to until the person's like, I'm good. You don't have to check in anymore. Or they're like, thank you so much for checking in. And who knows? Maybe it leads to a tighter knit dynamic, which you can do more. And that's why there is porch, or we call it garage time. If you're in a dynamic, to go outside, tune it up, see how it went, and let people process. Even when everything goes right, sometimes at the end of it, a person might feel a little off about something and need some guidance from their partner. And you are their partner, at least in play. How is that for an answer? Let's get some captions on this bad boy. All right. Porch time is always great. You should always have that. Porch and she asked, when you're looking for a partner, how do you know if you want? I don't know that question. Did that get up here? Caffeinated Shenanigans said that maintaining an online presence and keeping your audience engaged is hard work. Some days you're just not going to have the audience either. There could be someone who's just more interesting than me going live. It could be a social thing going on. People might just not like my face that day. Oh, this guy in his fucking face. I don't want to see that guy's fucking face. And the next day they're going to love my face. Can't take anything too serious on social media except for the people running it. Because if the people running it don't like you, yeah. We're going to do Aftercare Explained. This might be our 4,000th official video. The reason I say official videos, we have put out 4,000 videos already, but a few of them have been taken down. I don't think the program I use that actually checks on it does that. No worries, the world is getting scary, isn't it? My goodness. So I'm going to go to TikTok counter. You know what came up today, which I thought was funny? Kissing without consent again. And the whole Hollywood romanticized idea of it versus actually what we should be doing with people. And that's kind of scary because it was a good content creator, but they kind of made it into a gender war moment. I hate that because consent shouldn't come with rules for different genders. And I think when we start going down that path, we add really harmful things. Do I expect the creator to get back to me? They have 160,000 followers. They probably won't. But I wish they would. We also went to 11,500 today on our TikTok, so that was kind of cool. I'm trying to. There we go. I'll tell you right now how many videos we have officially logged. Waiting. We're getting there. So many ads on this thing now. I understand they're trying to make money and I'm using it as a free service, but it's just annoying. Let's see. We have officially 4,000 videos. 4,000 videos officially logged as of today. Now, we probably beat that with we've lost probably 10 videos now that we haven't won the appeals on. And when I tell you we probably had to go through the appeal process 500 times, that's not an exaggeration. So we have a fantastic batting average, but it still sucks to go through the process. All right, what do we got? Yeah, I think I definitely got bit by something. Something took a chunk out of me. Let's see what else we got. And YouTube, if you guys got a question, feel free to ask it. And I think, by the way, I should actually check this too. I think we can announce that on our YouTube channel, we now have hit the 100 mark. And I know a lot of people will kind of snicker and be like, oh, that's an accomplishment. You're damn right it's an accomplishment. We started at one point with 0 followers and doing something that's not always easy, talking about a topic that is taboo. Oh, you're kidding me. We are still just at 99 subscribers to the Kink Educator YouTube channel. That stinks. She asked what you're looking for in a partner. How do you know if you want what you want? She asked when you're looking for a partner, how do you know if what you want, I think is the question, Caffeinated Shenanigans. A partner with Dom energy and a Dom partner energy. For me personally, someone's asking me, I like submissives. Brats. I have like 1% sub for me, and it's really a sadomasochist side. Yeah, I'm barely a switch. I'm barely the slash. So what do I look for? Genuine energy, someone willing to communicate and learn. I'm demisexual. It's so complicated. It's crazy. So Lady Letty says, I think it depends. Maybe this is a side comment. Hold on. Lady Letty, I think it depends. Yeah, okay. So Caffeinated Shenanigans, I might be missing a comment here. It wouldn't be the first time. I think it depends on what kind of play. Heavy scenes might need more aftercare. Well, it could be I've seen it where a light scene, because my partner always wanted us to kind of reconnect the next day after heavy scenes. But I noticed that even during a light scene, they could maybe need it one day. And that's valid. And I was there for them. And I, to this date, try to make sure that I connect with them as much as I can because I also like connecting with my partner. You're welcome, lady. That's very true. There's a lot of factors that can influence the way a scene is experienced and how much aftercare is needed. Exactly, caffeinated. It was good, thanks, Lady Letty says. Congratulations. Sorry, my comment end up splitting up between text limits. Oh, I understand that. I totally do. Hello, little subby Pear X Daddy Bear. Your name got a lot longer. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too. Caffeinated Shan said she wanted to know when a sub is looking for a Dom, how do they know what they want? Well, I would start off by going to yournewcomics.com and I would download a copy of that BDSM survey, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see listed as a could do book. It's on the site. I'm going to drop it in the YouTube. If you guys don't know where it is, go over to our YouTube, because when I drop a link there, it actually becomes linkable. Clickable. So it is on the main site. It is actually the top seller right now. We've had a bunch of people take advantage of it at the moment. So I'm kind of happy about that. Always happy when people like the things that we're doing. Bear with me 1 second. I'm dealing with stuff. Always dealing with stuff. All right, so I'm going to get the products, all the products. It's free, completely free. It's in there as free. No code needed. Now, if you guys want the actual follow-up to that, because we're testing the site right now, you guys can also get, believe it or not, you guys can also get for free right now, not just the BDSM, which, by the way, the BDSM survey, as I promised, at its 5-year mark would be completely free, and it turned 5. The version 2.0 turned 5. I verified its age, so it's free for all. Refresh the YouTube page. I will do that in 1 second. I'm assuming you signed up. Thank you, Lady Letty. But you can get that for free. It's in Your New Comics. The other one is the New Adventures of Barbara. That is the Desire Index, which was the initial follow-up, knowing we were going to do the Kinky Calculator, which I have pretty much pushed on to 2026, probably around Valentine's Day. We got a lot going on. And yes, I believe it's true. We're going to check it. 100 subscribers. So thank you. Thank you, Lady Letty. Here's to 1,000, you know. Here's to 1,000, then 10,000, then 100,000, then 1,000,000, and then we take over the world. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This isn't Pinky in the Brain. But a lot of times knowing what you want helps you find the people that you can connect best with. So remember that kink is not one size fits all. It is very customizable and tailored. How do they tell whether they want a dom with partner energy or a partner with the energy? That's so personalized. There's no way to really do it, because sometimes we think we know what we want and someone comes along and rocks our world and teaches us what we were really looking for. Looks like Evie Lupine was talking about contracts recently. I really hope Evie hasn't changed their stance. Contracts are so bad for our community. But that was like a live, so I don't watch the lives. They're just too long. I'll wait till someone mentions it in passing and then look up at what they're talking about in passing. So we have, 75 people already with the Caduce survey. Very, very happy about that. We also have, if you use, by the way, for the through the end of the week, you can get that for free using sample, coupon code sample for a PDF, $1 off. We just got the purchasing on, so you guys can buy. Oh, by the way, kind of exciting here. We have one last copy of the original release of Barbara Unleashed the way it was supposed to be. Just one. And then it's just going to be alternate covers, different things as we're getting rid of it. We are down to the end. So you'll get alternative follow-up covers. It's the end of an era. It's the end of an era, and I don't expect that to last but a day or two. I already know someone who's probably going to pull the trigger. So don't say I didn't warn you guys. The original release of Barbara Unleashed is coming to an end the way it was, and I could not be happier because that's an accomplishment, and it's nice to finish that. We do have probably 25 alternate cover combo packs that you guys can get, but it is the end of the line for the original way I released it. So I might even have found a couple BDSM surveys mixed in with these bags that I had found, like 5 of them. We'll be talking about them probably in a video soon. If you guys want that educational material, now is the time to get it the way it was. I will be updating it next year as well, probably into a PDF. So that's what I got for you there. Yeah, if you have not bought the book, this is the way to literally introduce people to the lifestyle. I sell them as PDFs, $1 each. It's a good investment because I made it to be a good investment. I'm damn good at what I do, if you guys are following me. I definitely suggest you guys jump on it, get yourself a copy, and share it with your potential partners. Physical copies are great for your own collection or if you want to gift it to someone, but if you're just looking to do it with partners, I definitely suggest getting PDFs. You know, especially if you're polyamorous or you're new with a partner, we never know what's going to work in the long run. Partners are really difficult. So, by the way, you can get, if you go to Your New Comics, I'm going to tell you right now, there is a pack there, and this has been selling well. So I put it here too. Your New Comics. If you go under, because I'm pretty sure you can leave a note. If you go under that site, which is up and running, if you have any issues, you can just talk to me. But I have it. It is The New Adventures of Barbara, the $30 package one. That, yeah, it's the collection. You just don't get the 4, but you also get 2 other things thrown in. I don't believe I have this. Let me see. Trying to remember if I have this set for shipping or not. Because if it's set for shipping, okay, here we go. Move the that went way too. I just bought like 50 of them from my own site. I believe this is the last one here. I gotta update the cart. Okay, the shipping is $6, but I do have a shipping coupon. If you use, let me see. Hold on. I'm going to get you, I believe the coupon still works. So if you're looking to buy that pack, which is $30, there's a free shipping coupon I created specifically for this moment. The coupon is, look at me doing coupons. I like the fact that we're using this site too. Not only can I track it, but it also gives me a good idea of, it gives people the ability to download it immediately. Free shipping. So if you use free shipping on that right now, the next one to order it, unless someone tells me that it's theirs, we'll get the last pack, and then we'll start. For those who order that on that site, I'll just give them the alternate cover mix. It's going to be the interiors are mostly the same. It's just when it was printed. So, and it was kind of designed a certain way, and then you'll get the newer ones. And the $30 one also comes with the Barbara Unleashed extra crossover that happened in the Advocator. You get the original book, and just for this audience, I would throw in the other monsters, and they call us Monsters books, which has the cosplaying detective from the other Advocator. So both Advocators I had working, you'll get. I'm going to do it nice. I'm going to give a give a good farewell. So if you guys are interested, go over there. If you do order from there, just tell me, and I'll make sure to hook you up for being on this show. Because I know paying for shipping sucks. As a fan, I hate paying for shipping. So least I can do is make it worth your while. So I'm going to try to do my best to help you all out. I got to actually update that coupon. The flat rate of $6 is definitely the price of shipping right now, and I hear that shipping is going back up. So we're just going to leave it, I think, at ships. I don't think the shipping fees are going too far up, but they're getting expensive, man. Let's see. They usually raise it right before Christmas because they just increased. Yep, here it is. And they will be adding a surcharge in October. So right now is the time to order. What's up? We're talking about me selling comics. The last of the Barbara Unleashed. We have one original set left of how it first came out. And these are like the first printings of each one of these particular issues. But it's the last one of that. And then it'll be alternate covers, secondary printings, and all that. We had happened upon these during a move. I had thought we had already gotten rid of this, to be honest with you. This was a happy coincidence. We started out with 20. I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago I announced that we had found it. And we've just blown through them, considering how little TikTok allows us to do these things. A lot of people reaching out to me privately. I like that. I like to talk to the people buying the things. But we also built up the website. You can get the free BDSM survey, by the way. Now on that is the Kadu survey, Kink Education, because we're putting it on a website that is meant for all audiences. Ugh, a work call. Sorry about that. Work sucks. I hate working. Actually, I miss working. I didn't hate working. Give me 1 second. Just looking at something. Lady Letty from Caffeinated Shenanigans says, I was thinking the same thing. What did Lady Letty say? Oh, Lady Letty said dibs. Lady Letty, I will take care of you, even if I have to go in to find it into my own personal stock if you want like original versions. Like for you, like you as a creator, you always keep like 3 or 4 around extra, but those are like the personal stash ones. But if I sell it out before you can get it, you just come to me. I'll make sure you get it. Stand up and let's read your shirt. Give us a bit because it's backwards. Oh, it's honestly, I just took a shower, and this is the first time I'm actually wearing this shirt. So, but I'll definitely let you guys see it. There we go. It is just neurodivergency acceptance. I don't think it should be autistic acceptance or autism awareness. I think we have to go with neurodivergent. Invite so many other different people who are affected by neurodivergent things to the conversation. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think it would work better the other way. Again, just my personal beliefs. Do with that what you will. Thank you. I like when people agree with me. It makes my life easier. But yeah, neurodivergency, acceptance, all that wonderful stuff. My son is obviously on the autistic spectrum. So this isn't being competitive. It really is about dealing with the fact that there's so many of us who are neurodivergents and making people aware how many of us there are. Thank you. Thank you. Cars in the shop like Ford Dash Emos. My bank account hates me. When you're ready, Lady Letty, when you're ready, just come see me. I've always got like stuff on the back burner. What is going on, Rosie? Rosie, did you ever get those books I sent you? You never did mention. I sent you like a pack of them. And I'm nervous because things get lost in the mail more often than most people would think. And especially when I send things media mail, they suddenly don't go through. Because I know your class is coming up, and if you haven't got them, I will just resend you some. I don't care. That's the original release. The original release of the book's magazine size. We found a whole pack of them. So I'd sent like 10 of them to Rosie because they're having a class soon. But if Rosie didn't get them, I want them to have it for the class. So I'll just send more. And if you get them, you'll have 20. It doesn't matter to me. My hair looks really nice in this moment. Someone take a picture. You made me LOL for real. That's probably the most dumbest statement I've ever heard you make. What did I say? Uh-oh. ADHD girl here. I appreciate you. We are dismissed way too much. We really are. What was the dumbest thing? I like when people agree with me. That makes my life easier. Okay. Yeah, I could hear it now. Wasn't planned. It was off the top of the brain. We're gonna check out our YouTube audience, see how we're doing over here. We have a Your New Comics product survey available in our YouTube. We have YouTube audience feeling. Do you feel that? Okay, this is from Mysterium Me. Do you feel there has been an uptick in unprotected play within the community? What do we mean by unprotected play within the community? I'd have to know how to answer it with that specific, because that's a term I don't often hear, and I could equate it to 2 or 3 things. Define unprotected. Yeah, exactly. More viewers to share, apparently, we have coming in. So TikTok must not completely hate us because we're getting more viewers. Yes, I try to help. You do great. I'm genuinely curious about what they mean by unprotected. Yeah, and I think they just left. I think that YouTube thinks I ignore them. I don't. I just switch between the 2 shows feed. So I do really want to say, and I'm going to say this probably as many times as we go live, especially on this channel with things changing. I really appreciate the journey you all come on with me and the trust you all shown me. And it hasn't always been an easy road for us. And I just appreciate you guys showing up. I really hope we don't lose TikTok. We've already lost Facebook. I just got, and I'm not kidding with any of you, I got 5 notifications just this week from Facebook for things that I posted 5 years ago. AI is going through and trying to delete us. And I'm terrified. Ooh, Lady Letty. Oh, Lady Letty. No one can tell M. Nope, I'm on the live. Live. Sorry. No one young in my room. Me and my son play tag. Lady Letty, I scored it. I found it. Oh, Lady Letty. It smells so good. Unfortunately, I got coffee on one of them. So I got to ask if they want it and see if they want it still. If not, I'll have it. It's good. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I had to travel all the way south. 50 miles. I'm not kidding. Just to get my brat the good stuff. Because it's too hot to ship it right now. I blame you, Letty. You're the one who showed them this. Oh, what is this? Oh. You have no idea, caffeinated shenanigans. No idea. This is the good stuff. That's what this is. This is dark chocolate made in Mexico that is ground. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. It is a sad day here in America, though. So I just want to tell you how much I always appreciate you. Things are getting crazy out there. And let me say this because we're about to be done with the hour. It's okay to disagree with each other. It's okay. It's okay. Even if someone says something that you think is really wrong and just not the right side of history, so long as they're not advocating for you to hurt anyone and they're not telling you to hurt people, they should be allowed to have an opinion that isn't our own. We get kink shamed all the time. I don't want any of you to ever feel like you have to go out and somehow weaponize anything. Please, guys. Life is a gift, and I know it's going to sound sappy, but it's honestly, this is me talking like very honestly right now with you guys. And life is a gift, and we can't attack each other because we don't agree with each other. We should be able to disagree with each other so it makes the world better. None of us have it 100% right. And when we're trying to hurt each other because we don't agree with each other, I'm holding back tears right now because, like, that's just, you don't hurt people because you don't agree with them. Prove them wrong, dislike them, and don't ever celebrate tragedy. Please don't celebrate tragedy. Man, we don't take from people. If you're so certain you're right, your words should carry it over. There's never an excuse to hurt people because you disagree with them. I don't care how popular. I have been outed and doxxed and shit on in this last couple of years of doing this on this channel. Some of you have rode with me since the beginning 2 years ago, and I appreciate it. And you all know I've never asked you once to defend me. I've never asked any of you to step up and attack and fire back. As a matter of fact, I've had to pull a couple of you aside and say, hey, let's not act that way. Let's not lower our standards to match their ugly energy. Let's be better than them always, so we can always point and be like, I don't act like you. I am better than you. Not because I was born better, but because every day I choose to be better. I can debate someone I absolutely disagree with. I have had people steal money from me, and I would never get there. The only way that you should ever have to do that is if they're going to cause harm to people you love directly. Even if they say things that indirectly could hurt people, you don't have a right to put their lights out permanently. I'm literally tearing saying this, and for those of you who don't know what happened today, God bless. I wish I didn't know. Let's read some comments, and then we're out of here. Oh, I didn't answer what it was. So sorry. No, I did. Mexican chocolate, right? Dark chocolate, 70%. It's so good. All right. This one is just the dark chocolate. It is so good, though. It's so good. Um, I had to go to Whole Foods, by the way, but I live in Florida. You guys up north probably be fine. Cabernet Shenanigans said exactly. I completely agree. And then Rosie says we are a species should be better than the unfortunately it's proven over and over again. Neurodivergent. I look at this and I know people who have stole money from me, who have lied on me, and like I might want to make their nose leak a little bit of fluids, some human fluids, and I might want to teach a lesson, but I don't want anyone. I don't want, no. You can't give a life back. You just can't. Once it's taken, that's it. This isn't a game. We don't do that. Today was a horrible day, and tomorrow's a reminder of hate. So please, in your own life, tell someone you love them. Forgive someone for some shit they did a long time ago you barely remember. And live the life that you want to follow on Facebook. And be the person you be the leader you want to lead you. Always. We can always talk it through. We can always talk it through. We can probably going to argue, but we can handle, but we can be adults and talk. And that's the hope. Difference of beliefs or philosophy I'm sorry, I'm just having trouble reading right now, should never be permission to harm those we disagree with. Who disagree with you? Absolutely true. I know what you're saying. Much love. Thank you, Magical Goddess. And again, please, guys, don't sell. So, when people you don't like are taken from this existence, even if you hated them, even if you had a burning passion for them, remember they leave a hole in other people's hearts. We do not want to celebrate someone's passing unless they have caused absolute direct harm. And even then, we shouldn't as much celebrate it, but just be happy that they can no longer harm. Mysterium Me says unprotected, i.e. unprotected sex and swapping with strangers without testing. This is the question from earlier. I'm going to answer that on the YouTube and then wrap up the YouTube show. We're going to say goodnight over here. Lady says, I'll try see if I can find chocolate around here and make a care package. Oh, you're too nice, Lady. But like, I wouldn't bother right now. It's still 90 degrees most days here, and it'll just melt. Maybe during the winter months, that'd be better. But that's it, guys. Thank you. Hopefully, we'll be here next week. The 13th is Saturday, so we'll see what happens. But we will be back on YouTube next Wednesday. Be kind to each other. Be so kind. The world isn't kind. Mother Nature isn't kind. So we have a lot to make up for. And do the best you can to inspire the people around you. Thank you all for being on the journey with me. I'm going to spend a couple extra minutes over here on the YouTube if you want to join us. And I'll answer the question that I can't answer here because I could get a strike for having an honest adult conversation. Fuck. Stay kinky. I've unlocked a new achievement. I have gone live. Ooh, this is a good one. So we have gone live for 300 hours. 4,000 videos and 300 hours live. Suck it. Anyone who thought I'd never get that. I don't know who did think that. Hey, everybody. I'm here with you guys for a few minutes. The after show exclusively going to be here on YouTube on Wednesday nights. I don't want to overdo this. This is going to be a Wednesday thing. I want you guys to really start thinking about this. We will be bringing back Cool very, very shortly. We're not going to wait for whatever happens with TikTok to happen. Cool might just become a YouTube show, and we might allow TikTok to eavesdrop on it, but instead making Cool, and I'm going to talk to my co-host Alice, see if Alice is cool with it, because I think this would be a better platform for a more honest show, because when we have this question, and this is a good question, so let's show it on our screen. Do you feel there's been an uptick in unprotected play within the community? And when we asked what unprotected was, we got the answer, i.e. unprotected sex and swapping with strangers without testing. I have always heard rumors. Do I think there's an uptick? I think there's always an uptick in certain communities. I live in Florida with a huge swinger community, and there has not been a year that I haven't heard whispers of someone having an STI and sharing it with the group. I think people like to lie about that. I think there's so much unethical shit about that. But we're all terrified of catching the cooties, if we're being honest. Now, if someone catches the cootie, it doesn't make them a bad person. Using protection can often mitigate all of the concerns you might have with sharing anything with that partner. But this is why I always advocate that there should be first off testing. I have been tested in recent years. I haven't had a new partner, so I haven't had a need to test. The next time I get a new partner, I probably will just make them test because I know that I'm clean and ask them when their last test was. I think it's icky that people don't get tested. I will say that. I think that's icky. You have to. And it could happen. Let me tell you, you could go through all the tests and come up negative and then still have some shit. That happens. Doesn't make a person bad. Doesn't make them dirty. I do think that a lot of people mistake. So there's non-ethical monogamy. No, ethical non-monogamy. I always get that wrong. It's so horrible. Ethical non-monogamy, which is the umbrella term. Polyamory falls under that umbrella term. And a lot of people get that mixed up. Polyamory is not the starting point. Polyamory are many relationships, many loves. If you're a swinger, you're not into polyamory, you're a fucking swinger and you're looking to get laid. Be honest, people. Don't try to lie. If you know you have the ick, you have to tell people you have the ick, or you have to take the medicine to get rid of the ick. Caffeination answered, I was going to say the same thing. Seems to be more prevalent amongst community where there's a strong swinger population involved in all that stuff. And generally, that's also with the older generation. Well, I'm 50. Who cares if I get 10 years taken off my life? It'll be the last 10 years. Let me go fuck that 21-year-old. 21-year-old has 40 years. Easily 40 years before you. And you're icking someone's future. And again, not blaming someone. If you don't know and it happens, that's life. I personally, speaking for myself, have never had a one-night stand. Never planned to have a one-night stand. It just doesn't interest me. I'm demisexual and neurodivergent. It's just not in my cards. But I do see how quick people are to try to call themselves polyamorous and then go around and try to fuck everything that moves. There was a circumstance where someone who was a friend was going behind the scenes, we'll call it, and literally hitting on every woman in the community, and wound up hitting on my ex. And my ex thought it was a setup, some sort of thing to get them in trouble or get a gotcha moment. I fully don't understand what this person said, and they said they didn't say anything that bad. And they thought it was funny when they ran into my ex, and my ex called him out. But this caused me real-world consequences, and this is like just the scummy thing we have to deal with because you're randomly hitting on people. So, mazel tov for being a dick. And I paid the consequence. Even being friends with people like that come with consequences. Yep, ethical non-monogamy is quite possible not disclosing potential STI risks is unethical, in my honest opinion. It's also against the law sometimes. If they can prove that you knew and you didn't tell someone, you could be looking at some prison in your near future. We have hit our 1 hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you all being here. I'm going to sign off, head out, start some stuff. I can finally say the actual ending to the show, though, here. BDSM is not inherently sexual. It is mental. It is something that we negotiate. We use a pen. That's protocols engaged via negotiation. And we use diapers. Did I ask permission extensively with representation? We use a diaper to make sure we don't get shit on or pissed on for not doing the right thing through negotiation. Extensively means going over our risk profiles and our play profiles and really getting into it with all the things we expect and want. And of course, with representation, it's the time where you say, do you have any questions? And make sure if you're a dom to always ask your partner, what are the risks that we went over today, to make sure they understand the risks. And if you're a submissive, Don't forget to ask your dominant partner, hey, you said that you've been into this many years, but how many actual practical active years or hours have you done suspension? Would I be your third or fourth suspension? Not person, but just suspending. So finally can say your closing statement. Yes, caffeinated shenanigans. Exactly. That's why YouTube is where we're coming. YouTube gives us a lot more leeway. We are 18 plus here as well. Fuck everybody who puts out content on that other TikTok app for children, and fuck them because they know better. There's no way they don't know better. They chose to be popular, and fuck them. Back to our closing. So once you've got consent, it continues on with using garage time and porch time to make sure that you're communicating and expressing things. Life is better when you have consent for everything, and it's not hard to get consent if you're willing to put in the time. So put in the time, go out there, build your dream dynamic, have the bestest of times with everyone involved. I appreciate you all. Be kind to the people in your lives and the people around you, and help build a community without fucking predators in it, because fuck them. I can't wait till we can start calling out predators in the near future, because that's something I'm going to change in my lifetime, or die trying. Because I can say die on this platform without getting a red flag.